It's that hoop mom, and I'm going to show you how to make hula hoops just like these using materials that you find at the hardware store, online, and around the house. They're fun, they're durable, and you can make lots of them for cheap. Let's get started. This is 100 feet of 3/4 inch poly pipe or irrigation pipe. You can also get 1/2 inch for off-body hooping, fabric measuring tape, something that will mark on a black surface like whiteout or silver marker, and depending on the diameter of your poly pipe, this is 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch couplings for irrigation pipe. You want to avoid the ones that have the bumps. If they do have the bumps in the middle, you got to find a way to get those ground off. I use 2 different ratchet style PVC pipe cutters. The one with the red tape is just the one that I use to cut the harder plastic of my couplings. Something to boil water with, and a heat-proof vessel that you don't eat or drink out of, a towel, some scissors, and some black electrical tape. And then the most important tape for grip that you want to use on your hoop is gaffer tape. I have lots of colors here that I got from the big bad corporate online retailer. You can also find them on other websites or maybe at stores around where you live. There's also lots of really fun colors of electrical tape and some sparkly tape. So we just want to wipe down the length of PVC that we're going to use to make our hoop. Make sure there's no excess dirt or debris. And then usually the first few feet of that length of PVC can be kind of flat, so we don't want that. We want a nice round hoop. So I'm just using my PVC pipe cutter to cut those first 2-3 feet off. I'm also going to, after I remove this price tag here, cut off the ends of my 3/4 inch coupling. We're using the 3/4 inch because we got 3/4 inch poly pipe. So I'm using my red lined coupling PVC cutter, and I'm going to go to this first notch with my blade here, get my blade right up against that notch and just ratchet it down, cut that end off, and cut the other end off here. And then we want to measure the diameter of our hoop using the fabric tape measure. So if you know what diameter you want, if you're a beginner, you want to have it around 39-40 inches. So we're doing a beginner hoop here. It really depends on how tall and how big around you are though. But from about the middle of the hoop, PVC pipe to the middle of the other end there, I'm going to measure. It's about 39 inches. I'm going to mark with my whiteout where I'm going to cut. So here we go. I'm just going to grab my PVC pipe cutter, make a nice straight cut. And there's the material for our hoop. Now we just got to put the ends together. So we're going to boil some water, and I'm pouring it into my reused can here, almost to the top, because we want a good length of that PVC pipe to go in there. About 10 or 15 seconds in the boiling hot water, dry it off really well, and immediately, while it's still nice and hot and soft, you want to push that PVC coupling in there all the way to the midline. And then we repeat the same thing on the other side, 10-15 seconds in the boiling hot water, dry it off really well, and then just push that end right in there. I'm also using my towel to help me grip that slippery PVC material. I'm also going to bend and shape the hoop a little bit while it's still warm on those 2 ends, just so that we can avoid having a flat spot there where the couplings are. And oh, there's a little bit of adhesive there. And now I'm going to tape off the seam where the 2 ends are joined together with my black electrical tape. I recommend going around 1.5 to 2 times. And there is our bare hoop. So this is 1-inch gaffer tape, and like I said, this is the most important tape that you want on the hoop because it's nice and grippy. It's going to help the hoop stay on your body as it goes around you. And the closer your lines are, of course, you want your angle to not be as strong if you want your lines to be closer. If you want the hoop completely covered in gaffer tape, you want to make sure that you almost have no angle as you wrap the tape around your hoop. So it sometimes takes a few tries to get the right angle. In my case, I want a nice strong angle because I want my lines of tape to be further apart. And it doesn't really matter where you start on the hoop. Some people like to start at the seam. It doesn't really matter to me though. What's important is that as you wrap the tape around, like what I just did here, you don't want to pull too much tape off of the roll as you go around. You want to just pull a little bit out and go around and just pull a little bit more off as you need it. Nice and relaxed. Don't pull it too tight. That'll also cause wrinkles. And then I'm just going to speed it up here while I wrap the rest of the hoop with my 1-inch gaffer tape. And then it's always great when it matches up at the end. You get your two lines like perfectly joined together, but it doesn't always happen. In this case, it almost happened, but not quite. It's all right. I'll take it. I'm just gonna want to make sure that I cover that beginning end of tape there, and then I just cut it off and wrap it nice and secure. There we go. A note on using sparkly or colored tape. You want to put that down first so that you can wrap your gaffer tape over one end, or one edge, of that sparkly tape. Enjoy your hula hoops. This is That Hoop Mom. Happy hooping. And now, a minute with Evan.
Hi, I'm Evan. I'm the cameraman and soundtrack producer, and I'm going to show off my accordion skills.